going on, Flagrant family? We are back with another video, and NBA season has concluded, but that doesn't mean we're not going to be talking about basketball no more. Basketball is still going on. We got the draft coming up soon, and we want to give our thoughts on the NBA finals since we didn't get to do that. So let's start off with a question: are the Warriors a dynasty?
I mean, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
According to Bill Simmons, they're not a dynasty.
And Bill Simmons is stupid. I mean, like,
Exactly,
what did they not do that doesn't consider them a dynasty? They won 4 championships in 8 years.
And they were
His
all
defense,
drafted.
like the Warriors sucked for like 2 of those years, but like, come on, Clay was hurt, Steph was hurt.
Yeah.
They didn't have Durant.
I don't know. I think that was a stupid ass take by him saying the Warriors aren't a dynasty. I mean, granted, he is also a Celtics fan, so he's just being hella fucking biased.
Yeah, he's salty.
Oh, of course, bro. And also, like, all the 3 of those guys, like the main guys, were drafted by the Warriors.
They were built.
Yeah, they
were built in. They were not bought, which I love.
Yeah, and like we said, this is probably maybe their most impressive ring. They've looked really good this season. But like, how many true dynasties do you guys think there has been?
4.
I don't know. I haven't sat down to think about that one.
I mean, like, let me see. Off the top of my head, I have 4. I have like the fucking Bill Russell dynasty. I have the Jordan dynasty. I have the Lakers dynasty with Magic, and then I have this Warriors dynasty. I have the 4 dynasties right there.
You don't have the 2000 Lakers, Shaq Lakers?
No, I wouldn't really call it a dynasty.
What about the Bird Celtics? And what about the Spurs?
See, the Spurs are also off there. That's the thing. That's so difficult, bro. There's a lot of dynasties, but those are like my top 4 dynasties. Those are the top 4 in my opinion.
Okay, those can be top 4, but like, you got to have Larry Bird and the Celtics.
Oh yeah, those are 100% dynasty. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But I think like those 4 are like the greatest dynasties in my opinion.
All right, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think they'll win? How many more do you think they'll win this dynasty?
Maybe one. Maybe one more.
I was about to say, I personally don't think they're going to win another one, but I could see them winning one more. But I personally don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think they need a little more firepower. They need another star.
Yeah.
They want to like keep going.
That's kind of crazy to think about, brother. They still might not be done.
I know, yeah. They might get one more.
Everyone wants to go to the Warriors, bro. I heard, bro. Everyone loves it over there.
I mean, yeah, dude, they're a well-run organization. They're not, they're not cheap. Like they just, I don't know. They have a great front office. They have a smart front office. I mean, the players that are there, I don't see why you wouldn't want to play with them.
Yeah.
And speaking of the player that are on that team, I want to talk about Steph Curry. He won his 4th championship. He got 2 MVPs. He finally got his finals MVP. I told these boys in the group chat where I think he belongs all time and where he belongs in the list of all-time point guards. So let me hear your guys' thoughts. Where does he belong in the all-time list?
He is fringe top 10, like borderline. He's not the greatest point guard ever. He is second. He is the second greatest point guard of all time. That is not a knock to him. That just shows how friggin' good Magic Johnson was. Steph is he's either like max, like the highest I could ever see him put right now is 9. I have him 10-11. 10-11.
I have him in the top 10.
That's disrespectful in my opinion, bro. Ed, what do you think? What do you think?
I think he's definitely in the top 10.
We're in the top 10 though, Ed. I mean, a lot of people put him in the top 10 or near the top 10. Where does he fall for you?
I think you could do like 8 through 10.
8 through 10, okay.
Probably, because dude, like, I don't know, man.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I've been telling a lot of people, in my personal opinion, he's 6 in my book, but it's like, I could see everyone's argument. And it's
it seems a little high.
I could go on why I think he's 6. I can go on why I think he's 6, but it's just like, I'll give you guys a tiny little spiel. You name one player, I can tell you why Steph Curry is just as good. And the only people that I put him over is Tim Duncan. I have him over Magic. I think Steph Curry is now the greatest point guard of all time. I have him over Kobe and I have him over Shaq.
I don't know, man. Because like, I really hate to be this guy. I'm gonna sound like the villain here, but like, dude, he did have KD for 2 of those rings.
Oh my, okay, Ed, this is an amazing point you brought up. Name any other player in that top 10.
Uh,
Oh,
let's Magic.
Okay, Magic. Who are his teammates, bro? He had a fucking God Squad too.
Yeah. But dude,
What's up?
the league wasn't even fair when KD was on the Warriors, man. Nothing made sense.
Oh my God.
Evan, do you kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Look, when KD was on the Warriors, it was just like great. Here we go, another Warriors ring, going 5th or 16-1 in the playoffs, sweeping in 2018. At least when like Magic and Kareem were on the same team, you could make the argument that Bird was going to beat them that year, because that was a rivalry. They were both just as good as one another. It was a rivalry. When the Warriors were, 2017, 2018, it was literally just like the inevitable is about to happen. The inevitable is about to happen. There was no team in the league that was even considered close to them.
Okay, and I'm also gonna say this. I had this kind of debate earlier with one of my friends. He brought up the point that, like, again, like you said, he had to deal with Bird. I mean, do you realize who Steph had to go through pretty much every single year he went to the finals? LeBron James, who's like debatably the greatest player of all time. He had to go through LeBron James. Who did Magic have to go through? Larry Bird, who was an injury-riddled player. Don't get me wrong. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing player. But he had to deal with so many injuries, and he wasn't dominant for a very long period of time.
Okay, look. This is gonna sound very, very bad, but like you compare the team Steph had around him to the team LeBron had around him, especially in 2018.
Oh,
you're like, there's no shot LeBron, like no player in NBA history could have dragged that 2018
oh my God.
You had George Hill, Kyle Korver. Come on, bro. Look, 2017 was the greatest Cavalier team we've ever seen, and they lost in 5. They lost in 5.
I mean, they have LeBron.
Oh my God! Yeah, okay.
That 18 team
against terrible. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant. That's 4 top-tier players versus LeBron and Kyrie.
I mean, granted, you could also say Durant wouldn't have won a ring without Steph Curry either, and he wouldn't have.
100%. But here's the thing that I also agree kind of with Ed here with the KD being on his team. Kevin Durant was the better player when they played together.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant won those finals MVPs, and he deserved both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was still looked at as Curry's team because KD joined the Warriors, but KD was still the better player.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. And it's just like, I don't know. I think Steph's legacy is far greater than those other players. A lot of these people look at just because the only way people like us can compare a person like Magic and Steph, and it's like, I'm not saying I'm not the same way. All we see is stats. Literally, all we see is stats and records and accolades. And think about it, bro. You're looking at Magic's accolades, and his career is over. Steph is 34 and still pretty much in like a top 3 player in the NBA, or like arguably the top 10 player. I'm saying top 3, but some people have him top 3. I don't, but I'm saying some people would.
I don't think.
And it's like, I don't think that's fair. And I'm comparing him as an overall player to where Magic was in this point of his career too, or like all these other players were in their career too. Because it's like Steph is nowhere close to being done, in my opinion. Nowhere close to being done.
I do agree. I do think he's got at least another 4 or 5 years though.
Agreed.
Evan.
Yeah.
Do you have Curry right now as it stands over Duncan and Kobe?
No. No. Kobe?
Yes.
I don't even know about Duncan, bro.
Duncan? Come on.
See, now
bro.
I think you're being a little disrespectful to Duncan, bro, and Kobe. I don't know.
What? Like, I'm having trouble putting him over Hakeem Olajuwon.
No shot, bro. No shot. Come on.
Dude, I have Hakeem at 10. I'm debating on putting Steph
too.
at 10.
I have Curry over Hakeem.
That's just so tough. Because in my eyes, I do think Hakeem is the greatest defender of all time, and that is, in my opinion,
That's not a bad take. Not a bad take. One
of, if not the most important aspects of basketball. And I get shooting is, especially in today's NBA. That's why I'm like debating it, because they're two greatest at 2 very, very important things. It's just so tough.
What puts Curry? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just asking Mo, like, why Curry over Duncan and Kobe? Just give me small explanations.
I think Curry was far more dominant for a far longer period of time. And it sounds cheesy to say this, but he's genuinely changed the game, and he's changed the game on how we play and forced teams to play so extremely different on him. Like extremely different. You've never seen defenses change the way like they play their zones, they play their man on man just for Steph. Their entire game plan's plans on Steph Curry.
Dude, yeah, well, Curry's been dominating for like what 7 years, bro. Kobe and Duncan dominated for a really long time.
Kobe and
The thing
Duncan
about
were
those
dominating
guys,
for
it's
at
like-
least 15 years.
Okay, yeah. The thing about those guys is that I think they needed like a really, really good team around them too to help us like supporting cast. And it sounds weird for me saying
So
that for
does
Steph too.
Steph.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, Mo.
I think Steph is far more dominant in a team situation than he is individual.
What?
I don't
Wait,
know how to
what? Say
describe
that
it.
again.
Man. I don't know. I can. And it's also like those championships back then. I don't know. They don't weigh as much as to me now, knowing how dominant and how good the league is now at this point. Because if you compare a player like a role player back then to a role player now, like some people still consider Andrew Wiggins like a really good role player. Yes, he was an all-star starter. Still don't think that was deserved. Yes, he played amazing in the finals. Don't think he was an all-star starter. In my opinion, he's a borderline all-star, amazing role player. That's my personal opinion on Andrew Wiggins. And I think back in the day, he would have been a superstar. And it's like, it's so hard to compare eras. And that's like the huge difference and huge like difficulty we have in comparing these players. And there's no argument about that in my opinion. But
No, I agree. It's just like the way some players play. Like I think if Kobe played in today's league, I think he would adjust his game to fit the league more. But Andrew Wiggins' game right now is more suited for the older times because he's a more mid-range defending guy.
yeah,
So it's tough to compare like those kind of players because I feel like they would change their game to play in today's league. But I don't know if I don't know. It's tough.
so, okay, Evan, I understand that. I understand that like to a T. But it's like I think thinking that way is a lot harder than saying, okay, think about it. You're saying a player like Kobe could adjust to how the game is played now. How would Steph struggle playing back then? That's what I don't understand. I don't think he'd have any trouble shooting 10 feet behind the line. It wouldn't make no difference to him. He's still going to be an amazing, 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 amazing player.
That's the thing. But I feel like if he played back then, teams would adjust to it just like they are now.
Yeah,
I mean, but he's still dominant right now. I don't think any team
obviously
would do anything
he's going to
differently.
dominate any era. I'm not debating that he wouldn't dominate in any era. It's just tough for me to put him over these legends, dude.
I think.
I agree with that. I agree with that. It's hard, man. It's hard to compare eras and players from different eras. But that's just a whole other topic. We can talk about this when Steph retires and is undoubtedly the greatest point guard of all time, and it's probably going to place maybe number 4 in my book.
Dude, I don't know.
I think he has a possibility to jump up to 4 in my personal opinion when his career's over.
All those players, we can all agree, those 3 players that we're talking about were all on pretty stacked rosters. And like Duncan and Kobe's stats are arguably better than Curry's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dude, that I
don't know. Steph has some of those 3-pointers.
That one ring, bro, in 2014, the Spurs, bro. That was a crazy ring, bro. That was a crazy ring. They beat the Heat down bad, bro.
Oh yeah, they broke them down.
They broke them, bro.
That was also a really good team, though. Tony Parker, Kawhi on the come up,
Yeah,
Tim Duncan. Dude, that team was nasty too, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But let's talk about a different team. Let's talk about the opposite spectrum of the NBA Finals. Let's talk about the Celtics. What does this mean for the Celtics? Even though you lost in 6 to probably one of the greatest teams of all time. So what does this mean to you guys if you're the Celtics?
I think you definitely, it's a good year. It's a successful year.
Yeah.
I get you didn't win the chip, but like your best player shit the bed in the playoffs. I mean, in the finals. So what can you do? I think they need another piece.
I agree with that statement.
I think they need a point guard.
Yes. Who though? I don't know. I think Bradley Beal maybe.
No.
I don't like those types of players. It's just like they don't need another scorer. I think they need a pass first point guard.
But like who's on the market that like would bring over the hump? What?
Ricky Rubio.
No, role players like that don't help, bro. They've tried bringing like those mid-tier role players like Dennis Schroeder and all those guys. They didn't help, bro.
Could bring in Westbrook, bro.
I have like 2 players in mind, and I think they would be nasty. One player's like kind of like kind of reaching. And I think that player is Fred VanVleet. I think he'd be disgusting with the Celtics. And the other guy, I think it's a little bit more realistic, and that's Malcolm Brogdon.
I was thinking Brogdon too.
Yeah, I can see Brogdon. But does that bring him over the hump?
Yeah.
I think it does, bro. Low key.
Yeah.
I think it does.
It could. And also, yeah,
I think it solves a lot of your problems.
Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%.
Where do you see them? Like hypothetically, let's say they get a competent point guard. What do you see them doing next season?
Run it back to the finals.
Yeah, I could see it, bro. I could definitely see it.
Because
Yeah,
they have no they have no notable free agents. They have that core locked up right now.
Yeah. That East is so solid, bro. It's just tough to see who gets out of it every year now, it feels like, man.
I think the
will say,
Celtics
I
are going to
think
be
a-
really,
I
really
think a
good
healthy
next
Bucks
year.
will give 'em a- Go ahead.
It's like Jason Tatum's only going to get better. Jaylen Brown's only going to get better. Marcus Smart's coming up. Depoy. Robert Williams looked insane in the playoffs, bro. He looked amazing.
was
he was
so
playing
good.
through injury, bro.
I was about to say, and he's still hurt.
And he's still earning. He was hooping, bro. I think he had like 5 or 6 blocks in the last game. He was going
Yeah.
crazy, dude. And if they get another piece like Malcolm Brogdon, I'm sorry, that's maybe my number 1 seed for going to next season. Spoiler
Yeah,
alert
I
for
can
those
see it.
standings, but might be a number
Yeah.
1 seed for me.
100%. I agree.
Well,
You got
Anything else to say about the
tonight, boys?
Celtics, boys?
I got nothing.
I got nothing,
Props
bro.
them on a great year, but
Nothing but up, bro.
I'm going to throw you guys a crazy hypothetical, or like kind of crazy question. If you had to bet your money right now, who are the 2 teams we're seeing in the finals next year?
I was thinking about this earlier, and I think I'm going to go Bucks Warriors.
I like that. I actually really like that. I really like that, but
Fuck, bro.
I agree with the Warriors side, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Nets here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude,
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like the Nets are gonna have a successful year with Kyrie
They-
coming off those restrictions, Ben Simmons possibly playing. I
They're
don't know,
so
man.
dysfunctional. I'm not betting into them again.
I think we'll be Bucks Clippers, bro.
Oh
Clippers,
my
not
God,
a
of
bad
course.
idea.
Bucks
bro.
Clippers.
No,
That's a
the Clippers
horrible
isn't a bad
matchup,
idea.
dude. What is
It's
that?
not a bad shout. I'm not mad at that.
Dude, when we have not seen the Clippers besides the bubble fully healthy. And also, bro, I think they're gonna make a move, man. They're gonna make a move.
Probably.
Yeah, they're gonna sign like freaking Tiago Splitter. I don't know.
Dude, you can't tell me, Mo, that the Clippers couldn't beat the Warriors fully healthy.
They can't.
I think they could.
Dude.
No, bro. No shot, in my opinion. No shot. Their point guard was Reggie Jackson, bro. He's not doing
And he
anything
was
with that.
hooping.
You see this Clippers last year in the playoffs without Kawhi, bro? They almost went to the finals. Dude,
No.
I'm just saying.
Dude, they're extremely solid.
They're
And they were
dangerous.
missing both their stars for the majority of the season.
That's
I
respectable.
agree with that. I could see that happening.
Why
Okay.
the Nets, Mo? Why the Nets? Hold up.
I just have the Nets because I feel like the way they went out this last season, it wasn't really how anyone expected it. Like they almost beat the Celtics every single game that they lost. It was a very tight knit game, you know. Like it could have went either way. And unfortunately for the Nets, it all fell to the Boston Celtics side. Yes, they did get swept, but it wasn't really like, oh my God, this team just got swept, you know? It was like all those games were close. And I could really see them coming back. KD's not going to let that happen again. KD's still, in my opinion, one of the greatest basketball players of all time and in this world right now. And they're just amazing, bro. They're just amazing. Ben Simmons going to come back. Kyrie's going to be great.
Yeah.
So I got the Nets, but, you know, that's just my personal opinion.
I'm not
Sure.
buying into it again.
That's
I
fair.
need to
That's fair.
see it.
I'll let them prove me wrong.
I
And
need
now I'm
to see
gonna keep down them.
But anyways, boys, Evan, you want to take us home?
Yes, sir. We hope you guys enjoyed tonight's little episode, just talking about the finals. Again, congrats to the Warriors. Mo and I were correct though with our predictions. Warriors in 6. Good job, Mo. Smart man, smart man.
Yes, sir.
And again, props to the Celtics for a very respectable season. I did not see them making the finals after how they started. But overall, I think it was a great season. A lot of ups and downs. And I hope next season is just as good, if not better. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on that post notifications bell, and see you in the next video.
Peace out,
See you
boys.
guys.